Good morning to all of you. I, Professor Manpreet Kaur from the Department of Management Studies, I would like to discuss the topic on the time value of money under the subject Corporate Finance and Indian Financial System. So, here is the introduction, that is the time value of money. The time value of money is the concept that is related to the money which is much more than the present value in the future. For example, if you invest rupees 100, that is the present value, for 1 year at 5% interest rate, that is the discount rate, that is at the end of the year, you would have 105, that is the future value. So, according to this example, rupees 100 is the today's worth and rupees 105, that is the 5% interest rate that will be get in the future time in the year from today. So this is the core principle in finance which hold money for the particular period of time at a specific rate of interest and gives a much more worth money value in the future we received. It can also be used to compare the investment alternatives, that how can individual invest their money in the alternative ways, that is to solve the problems involving loans, leasing and savings. So the next point is why time value of money is important. Why time such an important element in your decision? So the answer is time allows one opportunity to postpone the consumption and interest. If an individual has the sufficient number of funds in the present scenario of time, it can invest their money in the future time at the particular rate of interest and postpone its consumption. At the future interest rate, the amount which he received is the time value of money and it is much higher than the rate of the present scenario. So here are some types of the cash flows. First of all, we are going to discuss the simple cash flows. A simple cash flow is related to the single cash flow for the particular period of future time. It is related to the component, that is the second component in the cash flow from the investment activities. It means that the spending of cash on the non-current assets. For example, one could be spending cash on computer equipments, vehicles or even on the building of one purchase only. Next point is the annuity. Annuity means a growing annuity cash flow at a regular interval period of time for a specific or for a fixed period of time. For example, an immediate annuity is when an individual pays a single premium, say rupees 2 lakh, or to an insurance company and receives monthly payments. That is, the cash flows at the regular interval period for the fixed number of period of time. Next point is the growing annuities. Growing annuity is a cash flow that grows at the constant rate for a fixed period of time. For example, being an individual who received rupees 100 for the first year and the successive payment increased by 10% per year for the total of 3 years. This would represent in first year he will get rupees 100, in second year he will definitely get rupees 110 rupees, and in the third year he will get rupees 121 respectively. Last point is the perpetuities. Perpetuity is the constant cash flows which inflows or flows at the regular interval forever for the fixed number of period of time. It may be at the infinite rate. So here are some calculation of time value of money. Here are some concepts, that is the present value, future value, present value of an annuity or future value of an annuity. Present value is the amount that will be received in the future, what the individual have in the present and will invest in the and he will invest such amount in a manner that he will get some future value in an effective way. Future value of an amount that is invested in such a way that a given rate of interest he will receive in the future. So here are some notations. Present value is the value at a time and it denotes with the value of O. Future value denotes with the value of N. R is the rate of interest which the amount will be compounded each year. N is the number of periods. So here are some examples. Future value of concept. First of all, we are going to discuss the future value of a single cash flow, then annuity, and then future value of the multiple flows. Future value of a single cash flow. So future value of the single cash flow indicates with the formula that is equals to the present value and 1 plus R raised to the power n. F denotes to the future value, PV denotes to the present value, R is equals to the rate of interest, and N is the number of periods. So here is the first example. The above equation explains that the future value depends upon the combination of three variables. Here it indicates that the future value depends upon the present value, rate of interest, and number of years. Future value will be changed with the change in the three variables. So first example, if the Ramesh makes a deposit of rupees 10,000 in the bank with the payment of interest rate that is the 8% annually for the 8 years. Now how much amount he received by him after the 8 years? Now first of all we are going to implement the formula that is the F3 is equals to present value 1 plus R and N. Present value of N is equals to 10,000 that is available in the equation, and R is equals to 8% of the interest rate, and N how many years? 8 years. If we calculate the formula 10,000, then 1 plus, if we calculate the 8%, it moves to 0.08 and raised to the power 8. Number of years. If we solve this equation, we will get the number 1.8509. If we multiply this value with the 10,000, we will get the future value that is rupees 18,509. Same if we talk about the multiple flows, this transactions deals with the investment is rupees 1,000 now, 2,000 at the beginning of the second year, 3,000 at the beginning of the third year, and how will these flow annuity at the end of the 3 years at the particular interest rate of 12% per annum. So this is also a simple example. If we see, to determine the sum at the end of the year, we would have to add the future compounded value that is 1,000, 2,000 and 3,000. Future value 1,000 plus 2,000 plus 3,000. So what will we have? In the previous slide, here I would like to show the interest rate is of 12%. So 1 plus 12% raised to the power 3 plus 2,000, 1 plus 12% raised to the power 2 plus 3%, 1 plus 12% raised to the power 1. If we solve this equation, we will get the value of rupees 7,273. So here the future value of an annuity. An annuity is the stream that is equal to the annual cash flows occurring at the regular interval period of time. When the cash flows at the end of each period, the annuity is called the ordinary annuity or deferred annuity. We can say that if the cash flow within a year at a particular period of time, that is the regular interval period of time as prescribed, it is known as the annuity or deferred annuity. When the cash flows at the beginning, of each period, then it is called the annuity is due. If the cash flows at the given formula, then it is called as the normal annuity. So the formula of the future annuity is future value of the annuity at the time n, that is a 1 plus r raised to the power n minus 1 plus 1 plus r n minus raised to the power 2. A is equals to annuity period of amount, R is equals to interest rate, and N is equals to number of periods. Okay. For example, a person deposits rupees 10,000 annually in the bank of 5 years and interest on of rupees 9%. That is calculate. Future value of an annuity. Annuity we get is the 10,000 rupees and R is equals to 9%. N is equals to 5. Future value of annuity, if we calculate and put it into the formula, 10,000 1 plus R. R is equals to, if we calculate the 9%, we will get the value 0.09. And raised to the power, how many years we get? 5 years, 5 minus 1. And R. What is the value of R? That is the 9%. If we calculate the whole sum, we will get the value 59847. So, next topic is time value of money is important for the several reasons. Why time value of money is important? It helps to identify or clarify the problems or misconceptions about the real cost. What is the real cost of the project and what will you get in the future project? Second point, to make the budget decisions because it allows the business owners to adjust the cash flow for the passage period of time. It helps us the owners to make the budget in a perfect manner. If they have the sufficient amount in the present scenario, they can invest their money in the future or at the better place to get the efficient amount of cash flow. People prefer to satisfy the present needs as compared to the future goals, and to solve the problems like loans, leases, and so on. Thank you.